and my buddy. We working hard for this money. You know I've been in my bag, buddy, I got it like that, yeah. Y'all better stop, me and my boy gon' climb to the top. Sidekick game like Calvin and Hobbes, Batman and Rob.
Hey everyone, I'm Rory, aka Little Runner Boy, and you're watching another episode of Runners Rate the Bars. Runners Rate the Bars! And we're chilling on a couch here with two of my good friends, training partners. We got Craig Hunt and Preston Cates. Say what's up.
What's up? Howdy.
So I'm really excited to have these two guys on the podcast. I think they're a perfect complement because one, they have made the World Trail Championship team. You are going to be running in the 40K.
Yep.
Whereas Preston is doing the 80K distance.
Yep.
On top of that, you kind of have a history because you were at one point Preston's coach from, I think it was 2015 to 2017.
That's right. Yeah, at Western State Colorado University when Preston was still in college.
Yep.
Now, just a baby.
Yep, just a 18-year-old lad trying to learn how to run. And had a good coach and good mentor, and now back in Flagstaff just running together, so it's cool.
And to be honest, you still seem like a baby to me, so compared to us old guys. Now, one thing that I think would be kind of a fun way to start things off, I would like you to each describe each other. And I'll give you 2 words. You know the stereotypical question, you get 1 word. You get 2 words to describe the other as a runner, athlete. I guess perhaps in your case, coach, whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, sure.
For Preston, wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a running podcast, but I'm going to throw wrestler in there. Something a lot of people don't know.
So before going to Western State, I considered joining their wrestling team. I did some wrestling camps there. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of like helped me filter my process of where I wanted to go to school. But I made the decision to run instead of wrestle because I think I had more potential in the sport there, and I wasn't worried about like as a runner, you can just, as long as you're determined, you can create your own fate in a way.
If he gave you a workout you didn't like, you just put him in a headlock, put some moves on. Like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Never actually seen Preston wrestle, but I know he wrestled in high school, and I think he brings a lot of that, what he's learned from that sport to his running career.
Interesting. Well, give him that other adjective. So that wrestler is a part of his identity. And then like, what's a trait when you've seen him racing? You've actually, not only have you coached him, we're going to get to this too. You've raced each other most recently at the Way Too Cool 50K. So as a runner and racer.
Thoughtful. So I think Preston puts a lot of like thought and meaning into not only his training and his racing plans, but even just as a person, like, being a character and like meeting new people. Like he'll ask you the deepest questions within the first like 30 minutes of you meeting him, which I think is great. Like a lot of people kind of ask those surface questions, and Preston will just dig really deep, and I think he digs really deep in his races as well.
It's an awesome compliment. I appreciate that.
That's not fair. You didn't even get to say what he likes about me. He might have some really thoughtful things too.
Now he got the good words and he's out of here.
I mean, the cool thing about Craig is, I met him when I was very new in my development. And the great thing about Craig as a coach is he is so determined to have his athletes reach their full potential. And so you can sense it. He's a coach here in Flagstaff at the community college as well. And all of the athletes, you're starting to see the progression in it. And so they're only there for 2 years, but he doesn't care necessarily like his role in their life. He just wants them to be really good in the sport. And so having a coach that cares about their longevity after their time is one of a kind, which is cool.
So that one word was amazing coach. Well, shout out CCC.
Yeah, it's selflessness in coaching, whereas in a lot of coaches, they think about it and how does it return to them and the accolades or whatever. But he's just like, no, I want these, like running was a big part of my life, my sport, and he wants them to have that same good experience, which is cool. Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I coached Preston for 2 years, one because I was at Western State for 2 years, but Preston ended up transferring, and I remember like having that conversation with you transferring to Arkansas, and it really came down to like you being your happiest and being with family and things like that, and like you weren't finding that at Western State, so I didn't want you to stay there. I wanted you to find a place, where you're going to succeed the most, and that came at a cost to our team because you were on our varsity squad, but realizing that your outlook and your potential and happiness was more important than, getting another podium finish for the Western State team.
Right. Long-term investment, which is which is amazing for a coach to have. So
I mean, imagine if I held a grudge because you transferred and then like here we are like living in the same town. Like that would have sucked.
Yeah,
but,
totally.
You know,
Can I add one more?
I didn't.
Yeah. The other thing is with Craig, you are one of the most fierce competitors, which is like, and I think you and I both resonate in this. And there's only a few other people in the sport like at this competitive level with ultraing that have that. And so when shit hits the fan, being able to dig deep, like I know you have it. I mean, that speaks for itself. Like you want to win, you're all in. You want to freaking put your whole heart onto it.
yeah.
So,
I'm competitive. That's why I train. Is like I want to race. Like
Totally.
You know how many podcasts I listen to and people are like, "Oh, I just love running and getting out there." I do love running, but like 50% of the time, it's hard for me to like get out for my daily run.
Sure.
But what keeps me motivated is actually knowing that I have a race and I'm competing and like I want to go and kick ass, like and represent the USA, do something like that. Like that's what really like motivates me the most.
100%.
Hey, you must have looked at my show notes because the word I wrote down for you guys, both of you, fierce competitors. So the things I see that you share in common, you're really aggressive on the race course. You're both humble about your accomplishments, and you don't like really care about visibility in some regards. Like you don't care what's on Strava or necessarily the accolades, and kind of have a low profile. So I respect that. Another thing, as Preston's drinking his beer, I got mine under the table. Warm up beer. You both know how to have fun.
Oh yeah.
My name is Rod, and I like to party.
We've had some times out there at the bars.
Oh yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, post athlete coach relationship.
Yeah. Not at
It's true.
not at Western State.
It's true.
All right, you two. This is Runners Rate the Bars, Part 1. We are rating the bars when it comes to alcohol. I mentioned that you guys know how to party when the time's right. I've selected a couple beers for you. You're going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 beer mug emojis. If you see me take a drink of mine, I'm drinking the Hornitas Tequila Seltzer. Pretty good, mango flavor. And I'm just going to give it like probably middle of the pack, 2.5 out of 5. It's good.
Cool.
Doing it. So that's what I'm sipping. Let's start with Craig.
All right, here we go. Nice little crack, little foam coming
Crack
out.
up here at 7,000 feet. He knows how it's
Oh,
done.
yeah. Yep. It's
He
like-
drinks cheap beers, but he knows how to sample them.
feel like there's got to be a little like citrusy, maybe a taste to it. I'm gonna go middle of the road. It's like a 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 beer emojis. Yeah, it's definitely not bad, but I don't know if I, could drink a six pack of this. I would definitely.
Just like 4 beer mile status.
Oh gosh. If it's citrusy in a beer mile,
yeah,
that
I don't
sounds
know
brutal.
about beer mile. It's like if I ordered this at the bar, I'd get a second one.
Here's Preston's beer.
Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
That's good.
I think we'll see. This might be getting a higher rating than what I got Craig.
I'd say 4. 4
Wow.
beer emojis. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Dang.
I would definitely
I want
drink
that one.
Yeah. Well, it's because I'm making it out to be so good, but
I mean,
You're really selling it.
Yeah, I'm selling it.
I should have sold this a little better.
yeah. Oh, no sponsors involved, so you can roast it if you want.
No, it's good. It's like I don't even know how I would describe the taste of it, but
It's like the Hoka of beers, right? See, I got the Nike.
Oh.
I got the Nike of beers.
Slam.
oh goodness, dang! I need
Slam bam,
I
thank
need
you,
more
man.
fun. I need to be more quick with it on that. Dang, it's sweet, but it's definitely not an IPA of any sorts. I'd buy it for sure.
So, Craig, let's do the reveal on yours first.
All right, here we go. It's like Christmas.
The Nike of beers. Here we go.
Oh, I like the name. It's quitting time. You know me. I like sour beers a lot. It is a sour. It's a sour ale. Pina colada.
Interesting. That's a beer, a pina colada beer. What?
I don't really taste a lot of coconut.
This is from Four Sons Brewing in Huntington Beach. I know you've driven to California a lot this year. Not necessarily that part of California, but a lot of long road trips for those races in Northern California. So I thought that was fitting. And I don't know, maybe the quitting. For a while, I was so worried with his injury, I thought he was going to quit.
He quit.
Nah. But I think I'm gonna bump my score up to a 3. 2.5 to a 3. Yeah.
Now that you know that the flavors is going
I like
for.
the name of it. I like the name of it. Yeah, the flavor is definitely kind of knowing what it's going for. Definitely comes out a little more.
We'll bump it up.
Yeah.
The Hoka of beers. Translate that.
Dun dun dun. Chunk Sunday Sour. Ooh, buddy, I love the art for sure. I already had a high rating with it. I'm gonna stick with the 4 because it tastes great. I like the art. I'm sold to the marketing, I guess.
And the Drecker Brewing from my hometown, Fargo, North Dakota. Sound familiar?
Oh.
We shared one the other night.
Yeah, for real.
Different flavor, though.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a fan of them. A little bit expensive, I must say. But, hey.
A little pricey. They got to ship it from North Dakota.
Yeah, it's true.
But
it's premium come from North Dakota, eh?
Premium. The North Dakota of beers now. Yeah, this one's a little bit sweeter. We got the, cabinet cake? What is that? What kind of cake is that?
I don't know.
You know, at one point I was actually thinking I'd pick this for you because I also heard you like a certain cake. Do you know what I'm talking about? A Carvel cake?
Oh, yeah.
Budgie the Whale?
Budgie the Whale. That's a whale of a cake for a whale of a dad. At your participating Carvel shop. Yep.
Birthday cakes are Carvel.
You guys a sweet tooth.
How do you know all this stuff, dude? This is insane.
Got my sources. I got to know.
We've lived together for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So-
That's fair.
I've got to know everything. Also, he eats all this sugary stuff. People make fun of my diet.
Dude, I eat a lot of sugary stuff too.
You like sugar.
Yeah.
Look at this. He hasn't had his teeth cleaned in 7 years. Or when he did.
Yeah, and how many cavities? Yeah.
0.
I had my teeth cleaned
Beast.
for the first time in 7 years this past
I know.
December.
And I know
no
I
cavities,
eat-
no issues.
I know I eat candy and I go in quite a bit and I still get cavities, but
Yeah.
hey.
He's got the superior teeth genes.
Here we go. Second segment of Rate the Bars. We are rating the bars when it comes to the music. Could be rap lyrics. I don't know. It could be country. I know you're a big country fan. You never know what I'll throw at you. But regardless of what the song is, you don't necessarily have to guess it. If you know it, you can say who you think it is. But you're going to rate these songs on a scale of 1 to 5. Flame emojis now. So
Flame emojis,
if
okay.
it's just burning up the car CD player, which I know Craig actually has a cassette player in his car.
Yeah.
I
think I have both.
If it's just blowing out the speakers and it's a 5 flames. If it's a forgettable song, 1 flame.
All right.
Think you can do it?
Guess so. Let's do it.
All right, we'll start over here.
Understand me, son. I'm the slickest there is. I'm the quickest there is. So if you barking up the wrong tree, we coming. Don't be starting nothing. Me and my partner gonna test your chest. Loveless. Can't stand the heat. Then get out the wild, wild west. Yep. I like the lyrics. Don't come barking up this tree. Don't.
Yeah? Have you been in a fight?
I haven't been in the fight, but I'm not worried if I get in a fight. So,
Really? Wow.
like, yeah, I'm not one to start shit. Like, I don't want to like get myself into trouble, but like, I'm confident that if I get into some shit, I can get myself out of it. Like, so, but yeah,
Right.
I like the song though. I don't know who it is.
What are you rating it? And we can get a rating from Craig too.
375.
375. All right.
375.
Oh. Is this a Will Smith lyric? And then so that kind of brought me down. I don't know if it is, but I'll go 3. I'll go 3. 3 flame emojis.
Here we go.
And my guess would be Will Smith from the
Hey.
movie Wild Wild West.
I mean,
Going straight to
the Wild Wild West. Hey, you are correct. This is the 1999 song Wild Wild West.
Is it?
From the movie Will Smith.
Nice.
And apparently Preston might pull a Will Smith on you if
It's true.
provoked.
I was a 2-year-old at the time when the song came out, but hey, you don't know. So
Yeah. So Will Smith famously known for keeping his lyrics pretty clean. I mean, sometimes he has good deliveries, but yeah, you're going down a notch because of just that, right?
Yeah, good deliveries with a smack to the face.
stop.
I'm surprised you picked the lyrics from Will Smith. Isn't he canceled?
But this was a big. I mean, Miami. This song, he had some big hits. Get jiggy with it. No.
Yeah.
Ring a bell.
No, totally.
Okay.
Won like best rapper of the year,
And he got
and like all the real rappers were pretty upset.
That's true.
And then they rapped about him. Eminem's lyrics, I don't have to cuss to rap to sell records, but I do. So fuck him, fuck you too. Like he's talking about Will Smith because he doesn't cuss on his rap record, but Eminem does.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Lyric, you're kind of a thoughtful guy with music lyrics.
About
You care if they're vulgar or just if it slaps?
Yeah, no, I mean, in terms of vulgarity, like, I don't care if they have a good expression to it, but if we're going thoughtfulness with it, the more you overuse a word, the less meaning it has. So if someone who doesn't cuss often cusses, then it carries a weight to it. And then in terms of parenting, like, you shouldn't cuss around your kids, but yeah, that's my take.
Here we go. My set of bars. Used to spend my nights out in a balloon.
Ballroom.
Okay.
Glad we all have great handwriting.
Yeah.
Used to spend my nights out in a balloon.
Ballroom.
What am I doing, bro?
Spends her nights in a balloon.
I'm keeping that in. Used to spend my nights out in a ballroom. Liquor was the only love I've known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. I definitely don't know the artist. I don't know if you're trying to make fun of me for being Irish and liquor's the only love we've known.
Have like a beer every night.
I do have a beer most nights. Now I'm just gonna guess this is like a country song.
It is a country song.
Guys turn into the bottle, depressed. But yet he's also in a ballroom. So I feel like it's just some lonely country guy who went to his ex's wedding or something and is just mad. So he's just drinking out.
Yeah, that's
He's drinking out the open bar. So with that storyline in mind, honestly not super original, but I could see if it's like being sung in a, cool way. Sounds good to the ear. I'll give it a 2. 2 out of 5.
Okay.
There's nothing really in it that caught my attention. Yeah, so I'd go like a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know the artist. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Tennessee Whiskey, Chris Stapleton. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You don't know it.
No. Take it away,
Hey.
You guys, come
Have
on.
you done this for karaoke?
We weren't born around when this came out.
Yeah, right.
Drink to that. Yeah.
But funny enough, so when I went to grad school in Austria for a little bit, and my roommate was Austrian, and this is the only American song he knew. And he would drink a decent amount because it was COVID and you just had nowhere to go. And so he would just sing this song with like so much passion. And yeah, just
Wow. Grew on you.
oh, it's a good song. You guys got to listen to it.
I'm sure I've heard it. Yeah. You're just not very good at singing it. So,
that's fair.
Or I was thinking, rescued me from reaching for the bottom. Sounds like you bottom of the canyon, just barely being able to make it out.
Yeah.
Walking. Or you. Depends on the day.
Dude.
I know you've both had.
If you go to the canyon
Rough
enough
exits.
and you're ambitious enough and you go out of your comfort zone, it's inevitable that you'll have a crawl out of death moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think I've quite had that moment in the canyon, but I've had that moment here in the dry lakes, like right here in Flag. So
Just in town, yeah. The other day.
yeah, I've like sat down several times and questioned my life.
All right, well,
Yeah, baby. It's part of the
cue it up
training.
for karaoke.
Yeah.
Karaoke night's Friday.
All right, we're going. You guys are
Chris
coming.
Stapleton.
Yeah.
I do know the name, though.
Yeah.
Does that count for something?
Yeah, sure. You get half a point.
All right.
Life's a treadmill, a rat race. Crank it up to a fast pace. You could be good and have bad breaks. Go for gold, fuck last place. Oh my God, those lyrics are sick.
Yeah,
Those lyrics
I mean, I heard him. I heard him, and I was like, boom, running, Preston.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like,
Yeah. Buckle down, baby. We're doing this shit. This is 5 out of 5 for sure.
all right,
Really?
No,
yeah. No, I have no idea.
Damn.
oh man,
I
how
know.
about Rory? You know who this is?
You know, Rory knows who it is.
I know who
Life
this
is a
is.
treadmill at like a rat's race.
It's a Flagstaff resident. I'll give you that, Preston.
What?
Flagstaff local.
What? Is
Yeah.
this you?
It's Little Runner Boy.
you?
Little Runner Boy.
Yeah, it was on the...
Fast AF is the name of the
Fast
song.
Sick. That's sick.
Yeah, it's I performed a portion of this verse on the Coconino 250 live stream.
Nice. I love it.
One of my go-tos, committed to memory. I thought you were just
No, for real. I love the
placating me,
lyrics.
humoring me.
No, I
You
love
were.
it.
Like obviously you rap about running all the time, but like grab some of those lyrics, like, and it's like perfect for Preston. Like that is, you know, he's always gonna go for gold. He's really not gonna settle for less than
Like
that.
the treadmill rat race.
You know?
So crank it up to a fast pace. It can be good to have bad breaks. So go for the goal for last place.
Yeah, baby.
I know that we got it. I might even guarantee it. When she topped me up, it turned me right into a paraplegic. Pair of shoes that got the NB on them, make you stare and see them. We ain't paying for them. Nah, you oughta know I'm wearing free ones. It's Jack Harlow.
Yeah, boy.
I don't know what song. Paraplegic. Is that the name of it?
No, it's
As soon as I saw that
Fortunately,
word, I knew. Like,
you remember
it's
it?
such a
Okay.
rare word that's not used in a lot
Yeah.
of songs. You know.
yeah.
I knew it was him. I'll give it a 2. I don't think it's like anything too amazing. I get it, the shoe reference, the running.
Okay.
But I mean, New Balance. Yeah, right.
Can we
Never
agree?
be caught
New Balance.
dead in a pair
Yeah,
of
New Balance ain't it. That's all I'm gonna say.
ain't it?
Yeah.
No
So
Balance
that
ain't it.
now we're going. Do you know Jack Harlow?
No, I don't.
That's okay.
But to be honest, I would also rate it a 2. I just read it and I'm like,
That's fair.
all right.
Jack Ho was the same as Little Dicky, right? Same person.
No.
Same person.
Oh, from the show.
No.
No. That's a great scene.
The whole reason that you're even here is because I came first. Look at how you've modeled your whole physicality. I mean, surely you must hear it a lot.
You're getting free shoes. Obviously, I hope the contract's more than that. So if you could just briefly talk about how you got your contracts with Nike Trail Running and then Hoka, and how has it helped your running?
All right, I might have to increase it to a 3 with the segue. That was a good segue. So
Got it.
Good work. Contracts on my end. Like I ran my last couple years at the University of Arkansas, and so then I actually went to Austria for a grad program. And out there, it was kind of like the catalyst because it was COVID and the living situation wasn't superb, and so it was a catalyst for me to come back to the States and be driven to chase a contract. And so when I was actually in Arkansas, you'd get free shoes every 400 or 500 miles, and I would stockpile them because I just did a lot of feet strengthening exercises, and I'm reliant on my body being fortified to keep me healthy rather than the gear itself. And so I knew that I could run 600, 700, 800 miles in shoes. And so I had 10 pairs of shoes stocked up when I graduated, and my sub goal was get a contract before I ran out of shoes, so I would never have to pay for a pair of shoes. And
Like that mentality.
yeah,
And it worked.
And so I mean, I have to be honest, the last couple pairs of shoes, I couldn't tell you how many miles were on the shoes, but we were
Loading them up.
we were chasing a dream. And so if the shoes broke on me, it is what it is. So, but it gave me a sense of urgency to chase the contract even harder. So
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's badass. And now you got free ones, rocking them.
now I got free ones and some good ones at it. So
So you got yours fairly early on, and Craig, you could argue you were kind of grinding for a while before,
Yeah.
you're after 30, or maybe right around 30 when you got.
Yeah, I was 30, 31 when I
Signed with
actually inked my name on the contract, but I feel like I just didn't make the connections at first. Preston, like we said, has more of an outgoing personality when it comes to like meeting new people. So I think that's what you got to do. You just got to like shake hands with the right people, and Preston did that at the right times. And he's still really young, so like more power to him. And just took me a little longer. I kind of made my Hoka debut at the Hoka Carbon X2 project, which
I remember that. You remember that?
for real, is this a
That's
race?
cool.
Yeah,
So cool to watch.
100K road race, going for the world record attempt, kind of setting up Jim Walmsley to do it. I weaseled my way into that race. I had no connections with Hoka. I was not a Hoka athlete, but I sent a random email to info@deckers.com and someone gave me a phone call, and I joined the race like 10 days out. Made a good impression. Unfortunately got hurt shortly after that, so kind of waited like a year before I truly reached out with the connections I made there, and signed with Hoka. Been with them for the last year plus. So
One of the pivoting points is like selling yourself, and so you you buckled down and said, hey, no, like, I know I'm worth this shot. You sent that email and you say, hey, I don't care how they respond to it. I like this. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are kind of not delusional, but misinformed that like someone's going to like magically reach out to them. And it's like, you got to do the footwork yourself. Like I had to really work and weasel my way into this high caliber race. Yeah. And then from there, it was my job to impress. And I did that.
Feet.
Yeah.
You did the talking, because I don't know if you remember this, but at one point they asked Mike of Hoka, you got to be really proud of your athlete, Craig Hunt, who's been in there in the race with Jim the longest, because he held on through what distance?
I was on world record pace through about 70K.
Yeah.
I don't know if he acknowledged in the moment that he wasn't signed yet, but I think it was a moment where he's probably like,
well, I was signed for a 1-day contract.
Okay, you did have a 1 day.
I had a 1-day contract. Shortest contract probably.
Whoa, I didn't know that part. That's how it works to get you in the race. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, Jim, unfortunately, 11 seconds off the world record at that time, but yeah, I was last one kind of standing with him through about 60K or whatnot, and he picked it up. I stayed on pace till about 70K and then walked it in, basically. Got last place.
But that's still crazy, though. Like, I love the format of that race of, hey, who can stick the longest? You know, it's just survival.
I mean, yeah, the whole point of it was to go after the world record.
Yeah.
If you're, like, running anything slower than the world record, then, like, that wasn't, in my view, the point of the race or the effort, the televisation of it.
Yeah.
Like, what it was being set up to do. So, like, even though I was only given, like, 10 days notice that I was going to run this race, and I had never trained for a 100K race before, like, I was like, whatever, this is what we're doing. Like, I'll go and I'll at least help these guys as long as I can.
Well,
and that's what I did.
That mentality, I think, is so important for ultras, because you're going into a lot of races not understanding the circumstances at all, but it's, hey, can you put your best foot forward and survive through the carnage? And so that right there is a metaphor, not a metaphor, but a supporter of, like, how you can be successful in the sport.
Yeah.
Badass moment. But I got to ask Craig, because I know him well enough. Looking back, do you think that was kind of high risk and led to the injury? Or are you okay with how that played out? Because ultimately you were in the lead at Black Canyon, 100K. And
you know, it's all in hindsight, right? Like,
right.
Yes, I'm happy with the way it turned out because I'm running really successful right now. But I ran a marathon PR December 20th, 2020. 3 weeks later, I think was Carbon X. Hopped in 100K that I didn't train for. And then 3 weeks after that, I was like, well, now I have 100K experience. Might as well hop in another. And I did the Black Canyon 100K where I led till about mile 50, but pulled out because I had strained my calf at mile 26, which ended up being a full tear, which put me out for like a year. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. I like where I'm at now, so I wouldn't change anything, you know? I think I like my progression. Perfect world, maybe things would be different, but they're never going to be perfect, so.
Nor can you change the past.
Yeah, exactly. So why dwell on it, you know? Focus on the task at hand right now. Focus on the present.
Yeah, baby, let's go Worlds.
Yeah.
Worlds. All right, guys. I had a lot of fun with that. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah. Best podcast yet?
Ever.
Hopefully.
Ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Better than the first time I was on here.
Better than the first time. I like how it went for me better too.
Oh my god, dude, I don't know if I can do this. What? Fact, I just came again.
If you watch the first one, you'll know why.
I think I got a little more drunk the first time.
We'll liberate them, everybody in a crate, and then make everybody wanna celebrate them.
All right, cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us for Raise the
Thanks for
Bars.
having us. Always fun.
Know that we got it, I might even guarantee it. When she tied me up and turned me right into a paraplegic pair of shoes. I got the envy on them, make you stare and see them. We ain't paying for them, now you ought to know I'm wearing free ones. When you go to me, I gotta know, is there a reason it was...